Let's go Ninja.
How about
I
now?
don't know why.
How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Check, check, check. But how about now? What's up? Randy Braley's in the house. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Okay, Randy can hear me. Apparently, if you turn your volume up, you can hear me just fine.
There you
go.
I can hear you on your stream.
Okay, yeah. Bringing up yours.
Mine up.
All right. Are we did? I'll use this window. Start sharing chat. There we go. All right. I go vroom. Yes, yes. Let's go vroom. Go ahead. Join the lobby. Cosmic is in the house. All right. Cosmic's got the super widescreen. He's got like the IMAX kicking over there.
I actually just found this in one of my backpacks. I think this is a Hot Wheels.
All right.
No, this is a Matchbox. I have a Matchbox BT3000.
Oh, sick. Oh, come on. There we go.
Let me see if I can get it to kind of autofocus here.
Nice. So I'm definitely really excited to talk about this car. This was a really cool car.
One of Mitsubishi's more popular ones.
Yeah.
Along with their Lancer, but...
So... Yeah, if everybody can hear us, does anybody else want to race? Does anybody out there want to join the lobby before we get started and start talking cars? Is Cinnabon going to join us?
Are you joining? Are you going to race?
Poking that bear.
Huh?
Poking that bear.
Okay.
Night Raven's in the house. Very good, Night Raven. All right, what movie you watching there, Red Ninja? What movie?
Oh boy, I need to do these summer classes.
Why is chat disabled? Maybe that's why. Jurassic World, cool. That should be fun. All right, you guys ready to get into this? Anybody else want to join us before we go?
Get me some XP here.
Yeah. Now, we should probably do. It's what is it? Creator. Do you guys both need your Corvette? Because I do. What is it?
Yeah.
Earn XP by epic experiences in a party with friends. We should be able to do this, right? Rocket Race.
Yeah, this is an epic experience.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Available in creator-made. Yeah. So as long as we're not doing like epic-made islands, and creator ones, we should do. Huh?
Oh.
3 days.
Is that what it has to be? Creator made?
It said available in creator-made islands, so if we do like the revival of Rocket Racing, we should be fine.
All right, cool. Well, we'll just do some of those.
How far are you?
Yeah, let's get Cinnabon in there. Absolutely. As soon as we get Cinner in, we'll start up a map. The fuzz has
Make sure you
joined
turn
the
your
party.
voice chat off.
Mine is
Oh
off.
shit, headphones on.
Yours might be on.
No, I have mine off. I can't hear anyone.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, a couple people don't use mics, which is fine. So I think we're good. All right, let's see here. Let's start off with one of these.
And then after this race, I can see if my stuff is ready.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, welcome to Vehicles and Video Games. Two car enthusiasts playing video games, talking cars. Tonight we are talking about the GT3000, the Mitsubishi GT3000. Cosmic, you were less familiar with this vehicle, but what's some of your thoughts on this vehicle?
It's one of my favorite Mitsubishi vehicles. Not that they have too many. They have this one, the Lancer, and then like your Mitsubishi Outlander and all that. They don't have a huge lineup of cars. However, their GT3000 and their Lancer are one of their better and more famous of their lineup.
Yeah. So this car, man, I can tell you, when this car came out, it was hot. This was a hot car. Everybody wanted one of these things. If somebody's dad got one, you went to their house to check out the car. It was one of the coolest cars of the 90s. Very much ahead of its time.
Yeah, I was looking at like all the stuff on it, and some of the stuff that it came with, it's like that was around at that time.
Yeah, and I mean, so I know I'm like I said, I'm a Volkswagen enthusiast. The Volkswagen Corrado came out around about the same time, and I know that it might have been not until '93 that got the wing, the speed actuated wing. But the GT3000 had one that was both speed activated as well as you could hit the switch, right? And it had the aerodynamics. It had the perfect. It had, what else did it have? It had something really cool. Did I turn these on? Hold on. That's why I can't hear anything. I'm wondering why I can't hear the game. I never turned the headset on.
Is my thing working? Right. My keybind might be messed up. What? No, but I was looking, and all-wheel drive with all-wheel
steering,
which is very advanced for the time that it was. And oddly enough, not a lot of cars have it anymore.
Oh damn. Yeah, I don't think it was really a popular thing. It was something that definitely happened for this car. I think it's like 3 or 4 degrees steering on the back wheels to get a tighter turn, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
But then what? I mean, I think that was pretty cool. I never got to drive in one or drive one, but it was always one of my things, one of my punch lists for sure. Oh no. Too close to the wall. This was definitely a really cool car. What I did learn though is it was 3,800 pounds. It was a really big, heavy car.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things about it. It was heavy for the size of it.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of cars are meant to be that heavy. That's like a hatchback.
Right. Definitely not a sports car, right? Not a sporty car. Oh no! I wish there was a better way to drive and shoot this thing. Yeah, and it also had electronic. I lost my rear wheel. It had electronic suspension.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
like I said, that is very advanced for its time.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, you had a few of the like supercars coming out around that time. Because supercars aren't new.
So,
but to have all that electronic stuff
in 1990, I don't know how many cars in 1990 had electronic suspension.
Maybe the like European, because European cars tend to have like more to them than your than like Japanese and American.
Right.
But yeah, I mean the only car that I know that had rear all-wheel steering is the Prelude.
Oh, that's right. Did the Prelude have it?
Yeah, Prelude had all-wheel steering on it, but not like each one.
Gotcha. Oh no. That was cool. What I thought too was cool is this is the time of the Supra, right? Everybody looks at the Supra, and that was the big win. It was a big twin turbo, right? The 2JZ, right? Was the motor that came with that everybody loved, and the Mitsubishi was also a twin turbo.
Mm-hmm.
It was a twin turbo V6, and I think the 6-cylinder that came in it was actually a pretty popular 6-cylinder for Mitsubishi, and was used in a lot of in a lot of different vehicles. The other neat thing, which I totally forgot about, was the Dodge Stealth was the same car.
Yep, the Mitsubishi GTO, the GT3000, and the Dodge Stealth were all the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the exact same thing. Kind of like nowadays you have the Toyota 86, the Subaru BRZ, and the Scion FRS. All the same thing.
Yeah. Which I thought was cool. The other neat little fact that I learned while looking up these cars was they have the same motor, or not the same motor, sorry. The same mirrors that were used on the Dodge Viper, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, talk about Dodge and Mitsubishi just reusing parts, right?
Right.
I thought it was great looking. Now I don't think they ever really dealt with the weight. I know they took off.
Which one?
They never really dealt with the weight of the GT. I mean, it only lasted about. It was like 11 years, right? I think that it lasted.
Yeah,
90 to 2001.
Yeah, 90 to like 2000, 2001. Technically, 1991 is when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to find a 1990 because they started production for the 91 model year.
Right. Now the other neat thing that I completely forgot about, and I thought was a more modern thing than it was, but they had a solenoid to change the exhaust sound. So you can have...
Yeah, that's actually way ahead of its time, because a lot of the sports cars now have that.
Right.
Talking more about like the Mustangs and Camaros.
Yeah, you know, everybody has that like kind of quiet mode. And then they have that sport mode, and in 1990 it had that. And I mean, I know in 2004 I got my Volkswagen R32, and that thing had a flapper on it to change the sound, but it was vacuum operated. So if you had enough vacuum, the exhaust would bypass and open up, and it would growl. It would sound really good. But the cool thing on this is you could just turn it on and off whenever you wanted, which was great.
Right. And I actually didn't know any of this. Doing my research on it, I didn't see any of that. But I was also doing quick research because I've been busy all week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that having all that stuff for it being late 90s, early 2000s, and that's quite a bit.
And now, so you also have to remember the time. I mean, the time for Japan, it was like an economic boom for Japan at the time, right? But I think for us, I can't tell you a Mitsubishi that was popular prior to that car.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even know if the Lancer was up at that time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is like, I don't think the Lancer was even on anybody's radar at the time. I think there was, maybe it happened to also be the Outlander. There was like an SUV that was out in the 90s, from what I remember, that like a couple people had.
But I mean, again, Mitsubishi isn't really known for their Outlanders and their whatever else they have. Like, I don't even know what all they have. The only thing I know is the Outlander. They have like a really small car, kind of like a Chevy Spark. What is it? The Mitsubishi.
Yeah. So apparently the Lancer was introduced in the 90s.
Oh, was it?
But again, it's not like
around what time?
I'm looking it up as we're playing here. Let's see, in the 90s, Mitsubishi introduced several notable vehicles, introducing the Eclipse GT3000, also sold as the Dodge Stealth, and the Lancer Evolution, which became popular for both their performance and their motorsport. I was trying to find... They had the Galant, the Montero, also known as the Pajero.
But I mean,
the Galant, yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there wasn't really a whole lot of cars, and I mean, I remember, like I said, the outside of the four-wheel steering, I remember the GT3000 really being one of the first all-wheel drive. What's going on? Who we got in there?
oh my god.
Spider. Sorry, guys, we're talking cars here. Splay for Chunk. How are you, dude?
It's done.
we're talking about the 3000 GT. If you have any experiences with the Mitsubishi 3000 GT, feel free to type them in the chat. Let us know. Meanwhile, we are unlocking the Corvette in Fortnite. You're welcome to play with us if you want. But we're talking about the quasi-technological advances of the 1990 GT3000. Are you familiar with the vehicle? In the 90s, like I was saying, I don't even really remember many sports cars that were all-wheel drive at the time. I kind of feel like that was one of the first, like, you know, your friend told you that it was all-wheel drive, and you were like, oh, wow, all-wheel drive. That's crazy. But, oh no, I didn't want to jump up there. What brought you out tonight, Spifer Chunk? Spectating Cosmic. Oh, that's what I was trying to find. I was trying to find that unlock there, right next to Cosmic. All those extra tokens and points. But yeah, I mean, I guess the Lancer probably was all-wheel drive. I don't think many, you know, Peugeots were probably pretty big in the rally circuit at that time. I don't think they were really all-wheel drive factory. The 206, where were they? I can think of the 205, but am I the only one out here? I was hoping this would open. There we go. I'm kind of curious when the Eclipse came out versus the... Like, I think the Eclipse was kind of the lighter... was a lighter sport, like not really sportier, just a lighter, maybe more affordable version of this car. Let me just check. Oh, that was also 1990 was the Eclipse. And that was the Ford Probe. I think the Eclipse and the Ford Probe, were they the same? From what I remember. I think the Ford Probe was another. I can't remember. Where'd you go, Cosmic? I think we lost him to dinner. Oh, this is like a Fast and Furious car right here. Look at this sucker. Oh. All right, let's go back to lobby. Going back to lobby.
He said go back to lobby.
Oh, the Ford Probe was was from
right.
Mazda. That's it.
All right. Sorry.
It's all good. I couldn't remember. So like the Probe came out, the Eclipse came out in 1990, just the same.
Eclipse was a pretty cool car too.
Yeah, Eclipse was great. I mean, you know, we got to see it in everybody's favorite movie, Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah.
The Eclipse, that is, not the GT3000. But I think the I don't know. All right, hold on. Let's just catch up on chat. Odd question. Have you played with the Road Test Royale map? I got an ad for it on here on Twitch. No, I haven't. Cinnabon, we should check that out. Oh, I'm so sorry, Casey. Hopefully you didn't have too many drinks. But they can be fun, for sure. Is the command good to go, or is it no? Ninja, it is not. Like I said, I need to look into... I know when you do a command, you want an image to come up, and I don't know how to do that. So that's something I need to look into, and I will look into, and I will try and get for you as soon as possible.
I don't know if he'd be able to do that.
I don't.
Chat at least.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think that is an easy command to do. All right, what do we got? Cinnabon, if you said you just got an ad for what? What was the thing? Something car mode. All right. I've got 1 of 5, 16,000, 80,000. It looks like I might almost have the...
Oh. That's what it is.
Summer Road Trip by Epic Quests.
Here, I can put in the thing for it.
Yeah, let's do that.
I know what she's talking about.
All right, perfect. All right, so here's what I'm doing. I'm not sure that I'm doing my exclamation ticket anymore. What I did, the drawing should have been last night. Nobody that was actually in the drawing was on stream, so nobody would have won. And I just don't think it's as popular. And I do giveaways in stream anyway, so I think we're going to keep the giveaways to the customs. At least for us right now. All right. So one thing I looked up, as far as the GT3000 and movies and TVs, it really hasn't been that, like, it wasn't like a specific car for anybody, right? It was kind of always in the background. But I did find one cool thing that it was in. Oh, it was in, if you've ever seen Leonardo DiCaprio and I think it was Claire Danes' version of Romeo and Juliet. It was in that movie. And I think it wasn't Montague, it was... I don't know. It was one of the male characters. Mercutio. I think it was Mercutio's car. Right? Is that the right name? Mercutio?
It sounds right.
It does sound right, but I don't know if it is right. If you haven't seen that version of Romeo and Juliet, it was a really cool adaptation. It was around about the 90s that movie came out. And it was like, instead of, there were two rival gangs, which was like a nice little twist. And they kind of sped up the lines. Instead of having like that slow Shakespearean pace, it was the same Shakespearean language, but it was a little bit quicker. And it was set in a modern day city, which was really awesome. But I tried to get a clip. I couldn't find a video clip of it. But I thought that was a really cool, notable car appearance of the Mitsubishi GT. I did look them up on Facebook Marketplace. You can get them for all the technology that they had, and as cool as they were, they really haven't kind of held their value. You can get them for as little as like $3,000 right now.
You know, I looked something up. I saw like when it was like back then brand new, you could get it for like $26,000.
You could get
Which
what?
nowadays that
I
ain't
lost
getting
you.
like $26,000. I think it said.
Yeah.
Which back then, that was quite a bit of money. Nowadays, that's not even gonna. That might get you a Corolla.
I know. Yeah, for real, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nuts the price of cars these days. You know, oh my gosh. Just cars are, I don't know, 50,000 for. This is like just bad timing. It just really is amazing at the cost of cars and versus what they used to be. I mean, if you think about it, right? I worked with the guy that owned an AC Cobra, and he owned it from new, and he bought it from the factory for like, I think $6,500 it was, which was a lot of money for the time. And like you said, 26,000 for that car. It was a hot car. It was a really kind of neat, cool car. Oh, there's no way through this. I don't even remember. I bet you it probably came with a cassette deck. Right? Like, did it even come with a CD player? 90s, you probably had a chance of getting a CD player in it.
Right, and it's like nowadays you're getting base model stuff for like I said back then you could get that GT for 26,000 or something like that. Now that's not that might get you a Corolla.
Yeah.
With nothing in it.
Right. All right. So Cosmic.
What?
Would you daily drive one of these cars?
I would. Because that's my style of car.
Mm-hmm.
I would daily it, but I'd daily it, but I would track it more.
Yeah, I think this would be definitely a cool.
Especially with that being all-wheel drive and steering.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how all-wheel steering does on a track.
Yeah, so all right, I've long thought about this. Because like I said, I've ever since I was a kid, I kind of knew of this car, and it was a hot car when I was a lot younger. And the steering is the rear wheels turn opposite of the front wheels, so it makes a tighter circle, right?
Yeah.
So when the front wheels turn right, the back wheels turn left. So, and it's only, like I said, like 3 or 4 degrees.
Yeah, and it only activates at a certain speed.
Right. So when you have all that, when you keeping all that in mind, I feel like it would drive like a car with a heavy rear sway bar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that's how it, it's like it's not drifting. You're not losing the back end, you're not kicking it loose, but it's just giving you a tighter turn. Almost like I almost maybe similar to like not maybe, I don't know. I kind of want to say a forklift, but
I mean, that would make sense, yeah.
Like how But yeah, I honestly, I don't think you'd even notice it. Driving the car, unless you were to drive two cars back to back, like the same car back to back, and one it wasn't working, and the other one it was, I don't think you'd ever notice the difference. And I'm guessing too is you could probably get a longer wheelbase with a tighter turn radius.
Yeah. And I mean, you're saying it might not want to kick out as much and you won't lose the rear. I think that would probably be one of the better things that you can get.
Right.
Because you don't want to lose the rear.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's not going to create a drift like a drift car would. I'm kind of curious how they are and how they would be with drift. Like, I mean, you'd have to change the all-wheel drive so that the rear would take most of the accel. I wonder if it's like 50-50. You know, like a lot of all-wheel drive systems, especially when it's based off of a front-wheel drive platform, are front-wheel drive biased, right?
I think I saw something. It was like it was mainly rear.
What's up, Dizzy?
But not by much. I think it's a 45-55 split.
Yeah, and that's what happens is a lot of times that the front wheels, because it's based off of a front wheel drive platform or car, the front wheels spin, get more of that, and the back gets a little bit less. And then people modify and they put more power to the rear. I just don't know how that one's set up. I was gonna see if I could test drive a local car and kick some tires.
That'd be funny.
Right? Like get a nice little video of me kicking some tires here and going on a test drive. But
I don't even think this is getting any XP.
No, I mean I'm getting XP for sure. I just leveled up. But I don't know. It's a little boring because you can't get past. It seems like we're stuck on this. Like we all have to do a certain get a certain amount of coins or something.
Yeah, I mean this is an insurance thing.
Yeah, for real.
Tell him I thought it was cooler in the ad.
I hear you, Center Button. I thought it would have been cooler too. But I guess it's great if you have insurance. Hey, so here's an interesting thing, and this fits into the vehicles and video games thing. I just heard that they rolled back all emission standards on cars. And I don't think you have to pass emissions anymore.
I mean, where we are,
what's that?
There's never where we live. There's never been an emissions test that you have to take.
Right, and maybe maybe it's state to state and no longer. I guess that's just federal, because California has always been some of the strictest, and New York as well, but.
Yeah, no, I definitely know California has emissions, but I don't know about where we live. I've never seen an emissions test around here.
Yeah, so the funny thing is, the state that I live in, the only thing that they check at the DMV is emissions. They don't check anything else. Like literally, you can have a cracked windshield. You can have no headlights. You can have no taillights. They don't check for any of that. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, see, all that would fail here.
I know. I don't think it's right. I think you should be tested for all that. But they decided that it takes too long, and they don't check for that. How wild? How
See,
wild is that?
saying it takes too long,
I know.
it does not take long at all. You go in, and if your headlights are out, they'll be able to tell you.
I know.
Immediately.
Trust me, it was like for the longest time it was part of the emissions thing, and now it's not, and it's just like I don't get it. Like there's cars that literally no longer have brake lights, and you know, what do you do? Like you don't get tested. How do you know? Like you can never see your brake lights on your car. Right. It's not like you turn around like, oh, yep, don't have brake lights. So, all right, let's punch through a couple of this list here. So, Cosmic, you would daily drive this car. I think I would too. I'm kind of curious. I've been looking for another toy car. I don't know. It might be not worthwhile to restore, but I would look into one. I don't think they ever made this as a convertible. They might have had T-tops, and I would definitely go T-tops if I could, or sunroof, or whatever they had. I would definitely look into something like that for sure. I'm going to go back to lobby as we talk about this.
Oh, Disney. What's up, Disney? Sorry, I just saw that.
Okay, would you, in an ideal world, would you keep the electronic suspension, or would you just update it and get something a little bit newer, modern, and like something a little bit more, maybe more static? What would you do?
See, electronic suspension is always iffy, because while it's good, if it's not good, it's not good. It's not even like a matter of like, maybe it's alright. No, if it's not good, it's not good.
Right.
So you'd have to if you were to keep it, you have to make sure you keep up with maintenance for it. I've never had to work on electronic suspension. Not many cars have it, that I work on at least.
Right.
But I would, as cool as it would be, I would just strip all the suspension and put normal shocks, normal whatever it needs. I'm not gonna mess with the electronic. It might be air ride. I don't know if that's what they mean about electronic. Air ride sucks, and I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't think it was air ride. From what I think it just increased. Like I don't think it changed the height. I think it just changed the firmness of the suspension. And I think I think I'd get rid of it personally.
Yeah, I would just change it out. It's a lot easier to work on. And yeah, I would just change it out.
We both agreed we would track it. If you could do one mod to this car, outside, I mean, we talked about the suspension, but if you could do one mod to this car, what do you think? What do you think your first mod to the car would be?
Bigger turbo.
Bigger turbo, yeah. And now keep in mind again, might mean two, right?
Oh yeah, bigger turbos.
They had the bi-turbo, so we're adding more boost. And I agree with that. All right, you've got a $26,000 budget. You said that's what they retailed for in 1990. You've got $26,000 today. What are you buying? What are you doing?
I don't even know. I have to look that up. I don't even know what you can get for $26,000.
Doesn't have to be a car. It could be $26,000 of hoagies.
That is true. Yes. From being real, I would just buy myself a new computer.
You would buy yourself a new computer. Oh, I love that. That's a really expensive new computer.
26,000. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be all 26,000. I was right.
Okay.
For a budget of $26,000, new options include a 2025 Nissan Kicks, a Toyota Corolla Cross, and a Chevy Trax.
Nice.
So I was right about the Corolla.
Yeah.
Nissan Sentra and a Kia Seltos. I don't know. All small, cheap cars. Not really.
You know what? If I had $26,000 that I was spending on a car, you know what I would get?
What?
I would get like a Fiat.
Oh,
I think that's what I'd do. I seem to remember them being relatively inexpensive. You could probably get a used one.
Hmm.
All right, and then what? I don't know. I don't know the full gambit of colors that these cars came in. I can't remember. But if you had your choice, what color are you getting this car in?
Well, are we going factory colors?
Yeah.
It'd be safe to say they definitely had black and white and silver.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the ones I see, they have red. I'd go with silver. Silver or black.
I've seen the red one. I feel like that might be. I might do red. The red looks really nice. Although I told myself the only red car I'd ever own is a Ferrari, which I'll probably never own.
Yeah.
But the white looks really good too. All right, you've got two choices in front of you. You've got the Dodge Stealth, and you've got the GT 3000 or the 3000 GT. Sorry. Both of them have equal mods, equal mileage. Which one are you going for?
Mitsubishi, it just sounds cool. Actually, no, both of them sound pretty cool.
Yeah, the Stealth does sound really cool, doesn't it?
Car. I'm gonna go Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Still.
I think I am too. You know, like the basically the body, the side kit, the side skirts, and the body kit is a little bit different on the 3000 GT, and I think it just makes it look a little bit more aerodynamic and nicer. If the wing actually works, on the earlier ones, you have the electronic wing. That's pretty cool. You've got the electronic dam, and I don't believe that the Dodge Stealth had any of that. Yeah, that's where I think I'm going with that.
Yeah. And also Mitsubishi.
Well, it's happening.
GT 3000 just sounds a lot cooler.
Absolutely. The 3000, and you know, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
They wanted to call it it was called
the GTO.
But they just couldn't market it or sell it as a GTO in the United States. So they didn't. They called it the GT, the 3000 GT, which I call the GT 3000, which I feel like is like the Terminator just jumping in my head or something like that.
Right. I don't think it really matters how you call it. It's 3000 GT, but GT 3000, it's the same thing. People are gonna know what you're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. All right. I don't know. Is there anything that we really didn't talk about or cover with this car?
Not really. I mean, we have a little bit of time, so we can just kind of go over the other one that we're thinking about, which would be the Lancer. We don't have to go through like the history of it.
Yeah.
Just one of my favorite Mitsubishi cars.
Yeah. Let's see. Lancer.
Obviously, it's their rally car.
Yeah.
Made as a direct competitor to the WRX in the rally scene. That's why if you look up side by sides of the WRX and the Lancer, they look almost the exact same.
Yeah. So I didn't realize this. The Lancer actually came out in 1973.
Yeah, that one's. I think the Lancer is older than the WRX.
The Lancer has been marketed as the Colt Lancer, Dodge Colt, Plymouth Colt, Chrysler Volant Lancer, Chrysler Lancer, Eagle Summit, the Hudson Lancer, the Soet Lincoln, So East Lincoln, the Mitsubishi Mirage.
That's the one I was thinking about.
And has been the Galant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That one, Lancer is older than the WRX, but I guess you could say technically the WRX was made to compete with the Lancer, but in all reality, the Lancer was continued to be made to compete with the WRX.
This 73 Lancer is pretty killer looking. Let's check this out here. Look at this 73 Lancer. Man, that is beautiful looking. I just closed it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on, I got. Oh, we've done this one before. So this sucks because I dropped a blind on my finger. I didn't drop the blind. My coworker dropped a blind on my finger. And I got 3 stitches on my finger. And there's a little bit of pressure. Oh, this is a cool map. But there's a little bit of pressure. Yeah. On my stitches. Oh, come on. Party joiner request. Red Ninja is in the house. Should be able to join us. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. What's going on, Red? Red, we're talking about the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. Are you familiar with the car? Nice. Definitely. So what I learned as I was looking at, I looked into the car a little bit more than what I knew and what I remembered. And this was during the height, like Japan was on fire with me. Their automotive industry was just on fire in the 90s. They had the Supra, they had the Nissan Skyline, and Japan was out. And then they came out with the Mitsubishi Eclipse. And like I was saying is, I don't remember in America, I don't really remember many Americans buying Mitsubishi cars. But when this car came out, holy cow, like it was cool, man. So many people bought it. And I don't know why. I mean, I remember the Stealth. I remember the Dodge Stealth. But for some reason, I thought the Stealth and the Eclipse were the same, not the Stealth and the 3000 GT. I guess I'm wrong. And then But the motor from the car was pretty popular, used in multiple different Mitsubishi vehicles, and obviously used in the car. What I don't know is I'd have to look into this. Many times it'll be like the same block, but they'll change the compression or whatever else. Sometimes it'll be the same exact motor and they'll just add turbos. All right, Cinnabon, sounds good. I might actually call this soon myself. What I can't figure out, what I'd like to know, what is it? The Summer Road Trip by Epic Quests, Stage 1 of 5. I need epic experiences and a party with friends. But it says cannot be processed on this selected island. So, what islands are we supposed to do for this? Oh, yeah. Well, that's stinky. All right. All right. Well, let's do one more of this figure 8 while we're chatting. And Cosmic, do you want to bring up the wheel? Do you want to get the wheel going? I might take Cinderbun's cue. I have to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. I might call this. We kind of hit a bunch about the GT. I don't know what else we can do. The 3000 GT. No. And I will. Well, whisper. Hold on. Turn off camera. Guess volume. It's a cool looking car. I went with the Fuse, thinking that it looks as close as possible to the cars that I have in my locker to the 3000 GT. But it looks nothing like the GT. It's got the flip up headlights. That's what it's got. Oh yeah. Oh, nice. All right, guys. Check the Discord for the poll. We'll be talking about Volkswagens. As many of you know, I have a Volkswagen R32. I can guarantee we will not be talking about that one. We will find something a little bit more unique and interesting to talk about Volkswagen-wise. Maybe I was almost even thinking the Volkswagen Beetle. You know, a lot of people like that. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. All right. I'm waiting on Cosmic to ready up, and then we can get into a game. We'll do a quick little race, and then I think I'm going to take this party. I'm going to take this party elsewhere. Yeah. Where are we going? You know what? We're going to drop into almost adulting. That's where we're going to go. I'm not sure how much longer he has. He might actually be finishing up soon. We'll see what happens here. No. That's what we'll do. We're going to drop in Moonberry. All right. We'll get this race in. We'll rate it out. Finish up for the night. What I am doing, guys, what we are doing, and as we're looking to improve our craft, so give us some feedback. But I will be taking these, I'm stripping the audio from the VODs, and I will be putting them into a podcast. Cosmic and I need to get a little bit more familiar with these vehicles. But it's okay. It's okay. I like the energy. I like where we're going. You know, the nice thing is we can always revisit some of these with more in-depth knowledge and information. Oh. Yeah. But I think this is a fun Sunday. It's just talking cars. So I guess here's a similar question. Would you take this car on as a project car? Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess it depends on what you're looking at as a project car, right? Like, is a project car something that you enjoy driving? Or is a project car something that you just want to work on and flip and sell? You know, like, what is your project car? I think for me, I do think this would be a pretty cool project car. I'm kind of curious, and you know, Honda's doing this now, but I'm kind of curious what parts, how easy or hard it is to find the parts. With the motor being a pretty popular motor, I would think it really shouldn't be too hard to find parts. But like I said, they're going for like $3,000. So. Right. I mean, that's the one really cool thing about American muscle cars is you have companies like Year One that's remanufacturing all these bits, right? So the nice thing is like I said, Honda is starting to do that. I'm kind of really curious. I mean, NSXs are still stupid expensive. Yeah. But you know what's crazy is I don't remember the NSX. I remember literally no hype or interest in the NSX when it came out. Yeah. It really is. Mm-hmm. See, I'm doing some quick looking up of the NSX. It looks like the NSX was in production 1990 to 2006. So the NSX would have been Honda's version of the 3000 GT. Right? Like, this is what they're putting out to compete. Yeah. Right. Absolutely, yeah. 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 See, I think with all these different companies owning companies, and I'm going to use Chevy as an example right now, right? Like, how cool would it be? Granted, Pontiac doesn't exist anymore, but how cool would it be
If you had, if Chevy decided to do a special version of the Camaro and just called it the Pontiac Firebird, right? Still a Chevy. They just called it the Pontiac Firebird, or just simply called it the Firebird. You know, it doesn't have to be a Pontiac necessarily. Or, you know, I think that would be kind of neat. Especially since they're basically the same car. The Camaro and the Pontiac were always the same car anyway. Just make it a trim level, you know? But yeah. I'm yeah. Yeah. I know. That's the crazy thing, right? It's like, absolutely. Mm-hmm. It is. All right. Well, that being said, Cosmic, I'm gonna wrap this up. Sounds good. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the, what is this, the third installment, the third episode of Vehicles and Video Games. You can check us out Sundays at 8. Talking about cars, playing with cars. Maybe we can even talk about RC cars. Come in next week. We'll be talking about Volkswagens. Let us know. We'll be putting up a poll in the Discord. Let us know what Volkswagen you think we should talk about, and we'll see. We'll see what we come up with. I've got a couple of neat ideas. I'm trying to stick with like the little bit more rare or unique vehicles, but I'm gonna take this, guys. We're gonna head on over to Moonberry's channel. Give her a big warm welcome and hello. Copy and paste this command. And let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all for coming out. What's up?